Hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're curious to know. Well, we're up in the mountainside above Paya, and we're actually in the village of Arodes, which is just down the road from Cyprus, and it's right on the cusp of where you drop down between the Paya side of Paphos and the Christianos Polis side of Paphos. And I tell you what, the weather's not looking too bad, is it? Looking quite blue. The sky is blue, the sea is blue. Mr. Paul is dressed head to toe in blue. That must mean one thing: all that is missing is you. So come on, get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy, because Paphos, Cyprus, Marika and me, we're waiting especially for you. This is the village centre of Arodes coming up. Quite an old village, by the way, and there's one or two little tavernas in here if you want to come up, of course. Perhaps if you're hanging out in downtown Paya, it's not that far. Keep coming up the big steep hill towards Cyprus, and this is the village of Arodes. And there's one or two people who are living up here, and a lot of people live here all year round. Yes, a mixture, a hodgepodge of expats, Cypriots who've repatriated, and local Cypriots as well. And coming up here is a big church, and these are some of the Jeep safari tours. Lots of people get in the back of a Land Rover and come up and go on a trip and come up and see the church in Arodes. And quite a nice village. Perhaps not at this time of year because it's a bit glum because of the winter. But there's the sign telling you Paphos is 27 kilometres away. And as you can see on that sign, it's spelled P-A-F-O-S. But yes, Stroumpi in downtown Southend. You're spelling it the correct way. And we wish you a great holiday. You and, of course, Lady Jan, who's popping over to the Dominion Republic, and of course we'll be waiting especially for you in September. Don't forget to go and hunt us down in the downtown Paphos Harbour area. We'll be sitting in the Pelican restaurant waiting especially for you. Of course, if anyone's looking for us, that's where you're going to find us, in the Pelican restaurant, sitting there. I'm the idiot in a blue hat with a pair of sunglasses, but I've always got a blonde beauty with me. Of course, that is Miss Marika. Now, Polis is to the left, 14 kilometres. Paya to the right, 13 kilometres. And that's the direction that we're going. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe. And don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness as I take you on my little drives in and around the Paphos district. If there's somewhere that you'd like me to go, drop it in the comments, and you never know, that little video may be coming very soon, especially for you. Cyprus village is coming up, and I think we're going to take a left and head down towards Stroumpi, and then slowly work our way towards Tasada. And you're going to get a great view indeed. And don't forget, if you do like what you see, to hit that like button, the thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you a single penny. It just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and perhaps they should recommend it to like-minded people like yourselves. But if you'd like to make a contribution to the channel, keep us afloat, keep us in liquid, all you got to do is go and hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. That's where you can gift us that virtual coffee or two. And of course we can transfer that into liquid benzene to keep us travelling around the island of love, especially for you. You can also choose to join us as a superstar member on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. All it costs you is €10 a month. You get yourself a special title. You get yourself that little bit closer to Marika and me. And of course, coming very soon indeed, you're going to get yourself your very own Marika and me privilege card. And that, as its name suggests, is going to entitle you to discounts and privileges in and around Paphos, in particular in the Paphos Promenade and Harbour area. And of course, you can also gift us a couple of bob via the super thanks on YouTube itself. And of course, we thank each and every one of you that does. If your name is Lord Damon Ritchie, thank you very much. Lord Derek Scully, thank you very much indeed. Angela, we thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. I tell you what, the sky is looking rather blue. There's the odd cloud or two around, but today we've had no rain at all. That puddle is from the day before, by the looks of it, hiding under that tree, especially for you. This is Uptown Cathecus. What's coming up? Well, the Farmyard restaurant is about to come up on the left-hand side. They've got another restaurant on Tomb the Kings Avenue in downtown Paphos, and this will be rebooting up in the very, very near future. And of course, if you take a right just over yonder, you go onto the main street in Cathecus, all cobblestone and quite cute and nice. And there's quite a few eateries in there, and a big church and a kiosk, and they're all waiting especially for you. Village centre just there to the right. But as I say, we're going to work our way towards Stroumpi, go through Stroumpi village and wiggle and waggle our way towards Tasada. So don't click off just yet. Now, a big shout out to some of the stars who like to watch the show now and again. Of course, Yarmouth Mark, yes, we're mentioning you over and over, one of our latest superstars to the channel. Of course, we've got Lady Emma. She likes to come back and watch now and again and drags the kids to watch us perhaps on her laptop. Let us know, how do you watch the little channel known as Marika and me? Come on, Viscount Bradley, and of course, Princess Maya. You drop in the comments. And how's your dad? How's Lord Rob? I bet you're all getting excited, aren't you? Because you're coming to Paphos very, very soon indeed. And of course, we'll be dancing and prancing up and down the Gate of Paphos promenade, and we're waiting especially for you. Now, there's a clever man in front. That is a Toyota Yaris, possibly one of the most reliable cars in the world, and very economical to boot and very easy to park because it's quite small, isn't it? Anything with a T on the front, a T on the back, in other words, a Toyota, you're not going to go far wrong. The only other car up there with that, to be honest, is a Honda, isn't it? So if you've got a H on the front and a H on the back, you won't be going far wrong. I think I'm going to get myself one of these cars one of these days. A nice, reliable, economical car. And if you're curious to know about the weather, by the way, because there are one or two people coming on Big Birds very, very soon indeed. And of course, when we talk about the temperatures, we're only making fun, aren't we? When we say, you know, like today, it's only 16 degrees. I mean, it's absolutely freezing in downtown Cyprus, in particular on top of this hillside. In a moment, you are going to get a great, great view. But we understand a lot of people are going to be jetting into Paphos over the next couple of weeks. And of course, whatever the weather is, if you're coming from the northern hemisphere, well, the odds are that the weather in downtown Cyprus will be that little bit better. And it's all waiting especially for you. I think the gentleman in front has either got mechanical problems or he's having a fiddle around with his mobile phone. And the odds are he's having a mobble with his mobile phone. But at least he's not speeding in downtown Paphos, that's for sure. As we go round this next series of bends, we are going to join the main road into Stroumpi, and of course you're getting some quite nice views of the greenness of all the grass and all the greenery. Of course, up in the mountains it's very, very green indeed, and it reminds me of the valleys of home, the green, green grass of Wales. Drop in the comments, where are you from? Are you from downtown in Canada? And perhaps your name is Saba. Yep, well, we're waiting for you in downtown Paphos when you pop over with Maria in the holidays. Don't forget to message us, and we'll come to Chuchka dancing down to Gate of Paphos, and we'll do a bit of prancing, especially with you. Spectacalities of views indeed, up in the hills above Paphos, and we are slowly but surely descending down towards Stroumpi, which is a village that sits on a mountain, and it's around about 15 to 20 minutes by car from Paphos. And a lot of expats do live in this area because, of course, it's that little bit more tranquil, and of course it's not that far. Of course, you've got two choices. You can go to Paphos, 15-20 minutes, or you can go to Polis, again, 15-20 minutes. And if your name's Philip and you're living in Argaka, you understand that possibly you could be living in the greatest place in the world, in downtown Argaka. And it is almost untouched, but yet that close to civilization. And a great, great place to strut your stuff along the Polis side of Paphos. People stopping to take some great pictures, by the way. Stroumpi's coming up, so don't click off just yet, and don't forget to hit that like, and of of course subscribe to the channel. Big shout out to some of the stars who watch now and again. If your name's Dayman in downtown Hartlepool, a very, very good morning to you. You might be out and about with Sir Peter, and of course Birdie the dog strutting your stuff in downtown Hartlepool Marina. What's your weather like? Drop it in the comments. And of course Lady Ness, she could be out and about with the dogs, or perhaps she's smacking Lord Andy around the head, telling him, come on, let's get on some more holidays, because, well, you need to enjoy yourself at this certain time of life. And of course Paphos, the Alexander the Great Hotel, is waiting especially for you. We are almost on the main road from Polis to Paphos, or Paphos to Polis, depending on which direction you are travelling. We're going to join it very, very shortly. We are going to take a right and head into Stroumpi, and I'm going to give you a very, very big goodbye and say thanks for watching. And of course there's many superstars coming to Paphos very, very soon indeed, and two of the biggest stars on the channel, of course, are Baron John and Baroness Louise, who likes a little bit of cheese and the odd bottle of wine. They're coming into Paphos in less than 4 weeks, and we'll be dancing and we'll be prancing in and around the downtown Cape of Paphos promenade and harbour area. There is Paphos behind all the graffiti. It's 16 kilometres, so don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. This is Uptown Stroumpi, on a truly spectacality of a day indeed. All that's missing is you. Thanks for watching, and of course I'll see you again very, very soon indeed.